Okay, so I'm going to talk about flat hunting today. It, I would say it was probably my biggest worry before I moved here. Prior to moving to London, I obviously, being a project manager for a living, I try to manage the hell out of planning for the move. And I thought that, if I could secure a place to live, maybe a job and like a cell phone number before I came, that'd be really good. But none of those things happened. But what I did do was I researched online. So I think I Googled like websites to look for flats in London or something like that. And I just read a whole bunch of forums, and a lot of the places were talking about how you have to go through all these flat sharing websites to find a flatmate or roommate or whatever. Or you can go through agents and private. I just didn't really understand any of those words and what they really meant. Um, but yeah, I what I ended up doing was after I kind of did all the research, I was getting frustrated, just being like, I don't even know if the prices I'm looking at are decent. Like, is that too much, too little? Is that neighborhood nice? Is it a safe place? How many flatmates is too many? I just had no idea. So I ended up just getting like an Airbnb room in like a random part of town, really, and stayed there for a week. So I basically just gave myself 7 days to find a flat to live in. So as soon as I came to London, spent the first 7 days just making appointments to go see places, like 7 to 10 places a day. And I was getting lost all the time. Like I had no idea how the tube system worked. People think it's really simple, and I now know it's super simple, but it's really overwhelming when you first see the tube map of London, especially coming from Toronto, where there's like two subway lines, like a U and a straight line. That's it. Here, there's like I don't even know how many lines, and then if you include like the overground and all the trains and everything, it's madness. So I was getting lost and just frustrated, and I was tired of the rain the first week, and I was exhausted. So after looking at so many different places in all different parts of town, it all just kind of became the same. And on my last day of looking around, I was like, you know what? Instead of extending my Airbnb room for another week, I'm just gonna say yes to the next place that looks decent, looks clean, looks big enough for me, and I'm just gonna take it. So